Good morning, traders and investors around the world, and welcome to Thursday's exciting edition of premarketinfo.com, where we try and prepare you for the most important hour of the day, the first hour. Well, Dennis, did you get to stay up all night and trade this crazy market?
It was a pretty wild ride there, Joel. Kind of quiet until about 10 minutes before the after-hour session closed. So about 7:50 Eastern, we started to sell off in the SPUs. By 8 o'clock, which is the after-hours close, we were down 9 S&P points. Then literally half hour after that, we were down 17, 18 points. So I was like, wow, it's going to be a disaster day. I checked the SPUs around 9:30 the last night, 9:30 Eastern. We were down 18 points. I wake up this morning, and we're up 5. So go figure. Lots of action overnight. Kind of weird. Obviously, probably a lot of talk over in Europe, whether they're going to get that, that's going to go through or it's not going to go through over there in Greece. So I think that's what's been the market driver here again today. But wild ride here, Joel.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should probably try to get these S&P numbers posted as soon after close for you guys that are staying up all night trading these swings in the market. It seems like some pretty good levels are hit. But anyways, let's move on to the Big Ten. We're going to try and do a quick show today and get on to our market movers. We got a lot of things moving today. Apple Computer winding itself into a little tizzy here, Dennis. 5-point range yesterday. Snuck its head over 400. Couldn't get below 395. This thing's winding up for a move, Dennis. You got a feeling which way it's going to go?
I don't know. Same thing though. That $400, did provide obviously some resistance. Open there, kind of, sold off from there. Again, we're just winding up here, Joel. I think 400 is still your swing number. It's like that magnet. It keeps crossing over there. So, unless we can get above 406 or break down below 390, we're kind of stuck in this range here, Joel. So, obviously I'd be a buyer probably around 390. We start to take that out, then you probably got to get out. And I'm a seller up in that 406 area.
Okay, ExxonMobil seemed to get some little bit of consolidation here as well. Couldn't take out Tuesday's low or even touch Tuesday's close. Still can't really break above or try and fill that gap at the 78 level. We're going to be approaching that, so that's going to be your first area of resistance. Above that, it opens up quite a bit, and below the close, 77.37 should provide support early in the session.
Yeah, we're kind of right stuck in the middle. I would say, the lower end of this range is 75. We didn't quite get there a couple sessions ago, and the upper end's 80. So here we are, 77, 72. I don't know what to do in here, so I'm just sitting back. I'm a seller in the high 79s, a buyer in the low 75s until it gets there. I'm not trading ExxonMobil.
Yeah, 78 will be a good swing number in that today. IBM, a little over a 2-point range, very unusual for that stock. Getting some nice resistance at 185 and a quarter. We're going to be approaching that. Above that, it opens up almost to 187. Coming back on the downside, we are trading above the close, so we'll use that as support, 183.92, and Wednesday's low as well at 183.03.
Yeah, the 185, it's topping out in that area here in the pre-market too, 184.97. So be interesting to see if we can start to break up above that. I'm still a buyer of the stock, though. There's that trend that I've been talking about here for the last few days. The 2-month chart has a nice uptrend, bottoming out probably around the 180 to 181 area on the lower end. Obviously, we haven't seen the upper end here yet, but 190 provides huge resistance up there. We're $5 away from there. For you swing traders, that might be a target for some of these longs. So look at that trend. I draw that purple crayon, like Jeff Mackey used to say, and buy on the lower end of that trend.
Okay, Microsoft matched the low from early in October. Just trying to climbing its way back up here. That 26 seems to be a magnet here. We'll use that as a swing number. Tuesdays and Wednesdays highs are pretty close, 26.20 to 32. But then above that, it opens up to that gap at 26.60. That 25.70 is going to be huge support. Doubt we'll see that October 5th low of 25.16.
Man, this stock, same thing. It's kind of, you could say $26. I like that for a swing number, but real resistance isn't up until the high 26s there, Joel. You know, you got a gap above the 26.20. So I don't know. I'm scared to sell this thing unless it gets into the high 26s.
Okay, Chevron Corporation, the stock that just has no boundaries, settled at 104.54. Just treading lightly here above Wednesday's high at 104.93. So you can use that as a swing number if you're looking to put some shorts out there. If it can't break below 104.93, you better get out because, I don't know, the thing will probably go straight to 110 again.
105 is a good number there for swing number there, Joel. I like that. Again, though, you're kind of just in the middle here. You know, we were 110 was huge resistance. Anybody that held it from up there, great trade to get short, you know, in those high 109s. Obviously sold off $8-9 from that point. Now it's like that 50% retracement. So if you like 50% retracements, you could argue for a short in here. I don't like to take 4 or 5 point risk, though, so I'd probably sit on my hands until it gets back up into those high 109s again.
Okay, J&J trading slightly down this morning with the market being up. Wednesday's high, 64.39. That was also the low from Monday. That's going to be excellent resistance. Coming on the downside, 63.41. We're only a dime away from that. That's Wednesday's low. So you want to take a shot there on the long side, buying that. Tuesday's low is only 30 cents below that. So you're finding a nice area of support there. So let's call the range in this, low 63s, maybe test that 64.39 here.
Yeah, just a couple of trades down there, 63.53, 63.54. So I'm not sure, if that has any significance here. I think J&J probably will eventually start to trade a little bit higher here, actually, as we are up 9 in the SPUs now. Same type of deal. You got a little bit of an uptrend, I could argue. If I look at the last month, we've had a couple, higher highs, higher lows. So I could argue there's a little bit of an uptrend going there. So maybe eventually the stock starts to move up here again to retest that, that 66 area, which was huge. Probably a couple days away from that, though.
Okay, Procter & Gamble here. Just another stock kind of had a quiet day yesterday. It was able to test the low 62s here, 62.40 to 51. You got a nice double bottom area there. Unfortunately, we're trading quite a bit up from that level. We're going to make a run here at a double top, folks. Please keep an eye on the 63.55 to 60 level. That was our highs from Tuesday and Wednesday. Above that, it really opens up, and of course, coming back on the downside, you do have the double bottom and the close at 62.86.
Yeah, it's funny, Joey says 63.55, 63.56. I don't see any major size in there, but I see a lot of smaller orders in there, so I don't know if that's going to come into play here or not, but there could be some resistance, and even you're seeing a top 63.45 here pre-market, so maybe that area does provide some initial resistance.
Okay, AT&T was able to fill the gap from Monday. Monday's low and Wednesday's high, just matching by a tick there. Pulled back, settled at 29.08. Pretty tight range in that stock too. We are currently trading very close to yesterday's high, 29.31. If we're able to bust through there, take a look at Monday's high at 29.65. Below that 28.93, you have Tuesday's low at 28.62.
I've got an AT&T Verizon pair trade going on, so I'm going to limit my comments on there.
Okay. General Electric, tight range there as well. 16.25 close. Couldn't quite get to Tuesday's low. 16.16 is the low. We are just, we're sitting 11 cents above the close here, so we look to make a run at Wednesday's high at 16.52. Here's a stock that hasn't filled its gap up to Monday's lower close at 16.70 to 71, and that $16 level still looms as major support.
I'm looking at this. I'm a buyer in the low 16s. I'm a seller in the high 16s. Someone's trading 1636. Again, I'm just sitting on my hands. I know I've been saying that quite a bit, but the key with trading is to know when to trade, because a lot of times people will just over-trade stuff and they'll get chopped around in this environment. Pick your points. It's kind of like a batter, you know, you don't have to swing at every pitch. And if you don't make a trade even during the day, so be it. Sometimes those can be some of your best trading days. You just don't want to get chopped around a lot. So if you don't have a good setup, I wouldn't make a trade.
Okay, Coca-Cola up 36 cents this morning, trading over Wednesday's high, which was 68.06. You're going to run into resistance up there, filling the gap up to the 68.29 to 32 level, so let's keep an eye on that. Coming back on the downside, if we can't hold this 67, well, if we can't hold yesterday's high, which was 68.06, you have the close at 67.77 and Wednesday's low at 67.35.
Yeah, we're at 68.13. If we rally another 70, 80 cents from here, I think in the high 68s, it's a good sell, because I think you'll see some major resistance in that 69 area. We topped out, for 3 sessions in a row on the 27th, 28th, and 31st there. So up there, I like that area for a short. We're a little ways away from there, though, so a little early to be shorting here.
Okay, just for a quick recap of the S&Ps, we have hit a Globex high at 1245. That was the low on Monday, and then you got the Tuesday's Globex high at the 1248 and Monday's close at 1249 a quarter. So you're running into a whole host of resistance up here from 1245 up to 1249. Just an interesting note, folks, during the Globex session, we have already exceeded the average daily range. So in order to, keep this momentum going, breaking out above this 1249 level will be key. But you just got to think, with this kind of movement we've had overnight, we could have some backing and some filling. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with our market movers.